Hey guys, what's up? It's Iflin here, and welcome to episode 17 of Warframe, the Ultimate Beginner's Guide. 17 episodes already. It feels absolutely insane to me that we're this far in. I believe the last beginner guide I made was like 25 episodes, and it was more or less the same stuff, except there's like a few changes here and there. But this beginner guide is going to be longer. I'm actually going to show you guys everything in the game. So how to farm Nidus, Octavia, how to do raids, things like that there. So, you know, there's going to be plenty more episodes for you guys to watch and learn all about the game. So, yeah, today's episode we're going to be talking about the second dream and basically the things that you got from it. So, after you complete the second dream, you will get this sword called the Broken War. It's a really powerful sword, and I recommend leveling it to 30 as fast as possible because it's really good. This is the build that I'm currently running on it right now. We have our pressure point maxed out, fury maxed out, then we have our elementals to give us corrosive, and then we also put fire on top of it as well. And that's going to give us 100% more damage versus the heavy gunners whenever we come against them in the Grineer faction, and also is going to give us just a lot more damage versus enemies who are all armored up, right? So corrosive damage strips armor whenever it procs, and that's pretty cool. And you'll also notice that you have this little guy over here, and this is your Tenno, or your operator, and you'll also notice that at the end of the quest, you got to choose one of 5 little skills here, and I asked you guys in the last episode to choose Zeneric, okay? So Zeneric, the reason we choose this one, so if you come down here and you just go ahead and press it, it has energy overflow. So what you guys want to be doing is you want to be getting 25k focus, which is basically like a fancy word for XP, but except you have to do a certain thing to get it. You want to get 25k focus to unlock energy overflow, and then you're going to want to upgrade that, and you also want to upgrade the capacity of your focus pool up here. So you're going to need to get a lot of focus, and you're going to do that by putting your focus lens on weapons that you use a lot and frames that are very damaging, such as Saren or Ember or Equinox, right? So we're going to be going out of our way to get a frame that can deal a lot of damage, and then we're also going to be going out of our way to get a greater focus lens and putting them on that frame, which you probably will not have access to yet, but we'll get those whenever we start farming platinum and things and stuff like that there. So for now, what I want you guys to do is run over to your arsenal. So pause the game, go to arsenal. Where is it at? How can you actually swap for equipment, and then you go to arsenal. Here we go. Go to your heck, and then go to upgrade. Go down to actions, and then press place lens, or put on lens, or equip lens, and put the Zeneric lens on your heck for now, because that is going to be the weapon that you're going to be using the most, because it's very damaging, okay? So this is what your build should kind of look like if you've just been progressing through the game. You should have most of the elements for your shotguns. I mean, I just got all these by casually playing, so there's no real reason for me to give you guys like a list, but I will be, again, giving you guys a list in the later episodes of all the mods that you're going to need to get. I'll probably be in maybe the next episode or the episode after that I'll have that ready for you guys, but I don't really know when I'm going to have it done. But this is just the general build that I've been running so far, but you'll notice that most of the mods here are very low rank. And what I said in the last video is that if you want to, you know, really get the farm in Endo, what you should be doing is you should be going to the excavation on Neptune and going through that, okay? Because you have the chance to get 400 Endo every A rotation, which is the first 2 excavators of every like rotation that goes around. So do the excavation on Neptune, because it's the most efficient way to farm Endo at the point of the game that you're in right now. And the most efficient place to farm Endo, I would say, at least in my opinion, at least this is how I do it, is Hyricon and Pluto. It's a very easy mission, but you guys probably haven't got access to it yet. Some other people will tell you to do the arena missions on Sedna, but I find those rather boring and inefficient, so I just stick to excavations, at least for my runs anyway. So after you complete the second dream as well, you will have unlocked Luya. And we're actually going to be running free here today, and I'm going to be explaining a lot to do with Luya, because there's a few things that you have to understand how to do, right? But first of all, I'm going to explain how you can maybe get some Endo that you have lying in your inventory, but you just don't know it. So if you come down to your modding section and you go to your item treasures over here, you'll notice that as you're playing, you'll find these different sculptures. You'll pick up these different little sculptures that you can get from the alert mission called Search for Item Treasure, which you go to Marie's Bazaar to do. You'll find these little stars lying around and things like that there. And what you can do with these stars is you can place them into these sculptures and then sell those off for Endo, right? So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. Now, this is a pretty weird process because it takes, kind of a long time. But we can just go ahead, keep on placing these stars into these sculptures, and then just go through this animation, and then you see the Endo build up in the bottom right hand corner there. And this is how you're going to build up your Endo early game. It's just something that DE put in to sort of make it easier when you are farming Endo as a newer player, right? So we're going to be selling all these in the Marie's Bazaar. So once I have all these filled up, we're going to go sell it and we'll see how much Endo we get. And then we're going to level some stuff up as well, just so I can show you guys what you should really be prioritizing and things like that there. So really, whenever it comes to modding and stuff, what you want to be prioritizing is things like Vitality or Serration, just like straight up stat bonuses, which will give you a benefit to like all around stats, like benefit every frame or every weapon that you could possibly throw it on, okay? So that's really what we're going to be focusing on, just general stuff. You can also use these sculptures as decorations for your ship as well. But as an earlier player, you want to be using these to just get your Endo up, because Endo's going to be really important. It takes you like 40,000 Endo to up one mod from level 0 to like level, or the max level. And sometimes whenever it comes to prime mods, it can take like 40,000 Endo to get it up one rank, which is the final rank. And that's only for like a 5% increase. So some people may not want to do that. So that's all my sculptures filled up. We're going to go ahead and head over to Marie's Bazaar now to sell those to get a decent amount of Endo and then level some stuff up. So Marie's Bazaar is located on Earth. Just go over here, choose the most calm server, and then just go in there, and then we'll talk to Marie and sell off all of the treasure or some Endo. Of course, this isn't going to give you credits or anything, but it will give you Endo. And you can also sell the individual stars as well if you don't have any of those sculptures. You can get those sculptures, like I said, from alert missions. It'll say find the item treasure. Just do that there. It shows up every week, I believe. So, just keep on checking your alerts every single day that you log on to see if you have an item treasure alert. Go through and do it. It'll direct you straight towards the place that you have to get the the sculpture. So extract the item from your treasures. Just go ahead, sell off your sculptures, sell, and then you get 12k Endo. That's pretty good. Keep your stars because you want to put those in to other sculptures that you find around the place. You can find them spawning randomly in missions as well. That's totally possible as well. So yeah, keep your stars. Make sure to pick them up every single time you go into a mission. And now we're going to go ahead and upgrade some of our mods. So we're going to be focusing on the Heck, but you can also focus on rifle mods as well, because I'm going to show you guys a really cool rifle that you can pick up once you hit Master Rank 6, okay? So at Master Rank 6, you're going to have access to the Soma. This is the Soma right here. It deals 10 damage, but what you want to look at here is the critical chance and the critical multiplier. Crit chance is 30, crit chance is 3 times. That's insane damage right there. Whenever you take into account that you can get this up to 75% crit chance with Point Strike and a 6.6 multiplier with Vital Sense, which is also a mod that we're going to be farming from Dark Sectors as well. So, pick up the Soma, build it, craft it, and you'll realize that this thing is actually very powerful, even without the mods on it, even though it deals 10 damage, because it has 100 rounds in the magazine, and it has a pretty fast fire rate as well. So it's a really good all-around rifle that I want you guys to pick up. So this is where you can make a choice, either to focus on your shotgun or focus on your rifle mods, okay? Personally, I would recommend the shotgun to you guys, because shotguns are just kind of really good in this game. That, and you're also going to get Scattered Justice for the Heck as well from the Steel Meridian whenever you begin to rank up your mastery a little bit more. And speaking about mastery, let's go ahead and take a look at everything that I have ranked up at this moment in time. So if we go to, can we sort by progress? Yep, if we sort by progress, you can see all the weapons that I currently have built and then leveled to 30 whenever it says max rank. So Accolado, Artax, Bow, Boltor, Broken War, the Chronos, Dread, Dual Scan, Ether Daggers, Excalibur, Fragger, so on and so forth. I'm just going to scroll through here so you guys can kind of see what I've been leveling. I still need to level the Imperator, the Veritux, and the Odinata. Those are the things that I haven't leveled to 30 yet. So I will be leveling those in the future on that node that I showed you guys yesterday on Neptune. But other than that, really, you just want to be focusing on going through your planets and getting everything done, completing all the blue things. And now we're going to talk about Lua. So, well, actually, after we rank up our mods and stuff. So I'm going to be focusing on shotgun mods, and then we're going to talk about Lua. So I was kind of getting a little bit ahead of myself there. But if we go to Hell's Chamber, let's see, Hell's Chamber, I'm going to rank this here up to the max rank, because that's going to give me a lot of molly shot. Let's see if my point strike is actually leveled up. Point strike, we just go ahead and back out of this, and we type in point strike. See if that's leveled up. Point strike. That is max rank. It's not called point strike, it's called point blank. But point strike is another mod that you are going to want to level up as well, because that's the crit mod for rifles. So make sure to go ahead and level that there up. It's not actually that expensive to level up. So let's see what else we got. Blaze right here. That's a good mod. This is from alerts, by the way. I know I said in yesterday's video that it was from nightmare missions, but this is from alerts. So I got that in today's alert, actually. You want to make sure that if you have any corrupted mods that was in the list of the mods that I put in the description of that video that I was explaining corrupted mods, you want to level those up as much as you can. But really want to be focusing on things like your vitality and your suration and things like that there. So look, if we take a look at the cost, we could probably get, we can get my vitality in the max rank, okay? So that's pretty fast, but that's because it's a common mod. If we were to take a look at something like Suration, for example, right? Suration is going to take a lot more because it's a silver mod. So we can't get it quite the max rank yet, but we can, up it to 150. So with the introduction of Endo, it makes just leveling up your mods a lot easier because you're getting a lot of Endo in a shorter period of time. So you want to be focusing on vitality, point blank, and Suration for your base damage. If you have something like Split Chamber or something, you want to do that there as well. Constitution, Lethal Torrent, things like that there. Just make sure that you have them leveled up. Let's just go ahead and sort this by rarity for now, because, I mean, we don't have any legendary mods or anything. So, Constitution, get this leveled up to max. Let's see what else we got. Bleeding Willow, we don't need that right now. Covert Lethality, we don't need that right now. Cunning Drift, we will need to do that. Flow, we have that maxed. Frostbite, you might want to get that maxed as well. Maybe just level up one of them to max, because it's a good mod. Make sure not to sell. Make sure you always have one left over at least. You already have a Frostbite max. Let's see what else we got. Lethal Torrent. Want to get that there to max as well, because it's a very good mod on secondaries. What else we got right here? We have Ravage. It's a good crit mod for shotguns. Make sure to get that there to max. Let's see what else we got. Rhyme Rounds. Get this here to max. Fly Fusion. We also have Scatter and Inferno, which is a shotgun mod, which will give us a lot of damage or heat damage. Scorch, want to get that there to max rank as well. Go. Metal Auger, we don't need that. Seeking Force, we don't need that. Shred. That's a mod that you get. That's a nightmare mod. You want to get that there to max 2. That's very helpful as well. Let's see. Streamline, we have that maxed out already. Streamline, another Streamline. Toxic Flight, Thunderbolt, Tranquil Cleave. Volcanic Edge, that's a good mod. Fly Fusion, done and dusted. And that's basically all we need to sort of rank up for now, really. So, okay, I have 2 max rank constitutions now. I didn't mean to do that there, but oh well, it's whatever. I'll come across more Endo in the future. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And now you can focus on your, well, I'm going to focus on Suration because I already have point blank max. I believe Suration is just going to be a bigger benefit for me personally whenever it comes to damage dealing. I'm more of a sort of offensive player than a defensive player, so that's why I'm opting to do my gun over my my health first. But let's just go ahead and put that there in. And we've burned through a lot of Endo already, so you have 1k Endo left over. Well, at least I have 2k Endo left over, but you can put that there into other things. So make sure that you always have like a decent amount of Endo left over as well. You can put it in the smaller things, like let's say your stance mods or whatever, because stance mods will basically make or break how good or bad a weapon can be for you as well. I also have a mod over here called, where is that? Cutting Drift. This is a mod we're going to be getting in today's video as well, so I'm just going to go ahead and up the cost of that there. And what you'll notice is a lot of these mods now take a shit ton of polarity space, right? So let's just go ahead and take all this stuff off. But they also give you a bigger benefit too. So if we go ahead and we put on a point blank, we get a shit ton of damage out of this here now. Let's go ahead and throw on Blaze in this slot over here. And if we throw on our Contagious Spread and Charge Shell, Now, what we could do here, we could up, you know, our contagious spread and charge cell, and then that would give us a lot more damage as well, because it would turn more of the damage. I'll just show you how it works. We go ahead, charge cell, we up the level of that, make it max rank, and then we do the same for contagious. Let's back out of that. We level this up. I don't want to level that up too much because that might conflict. Never mind, we're fine. So if we go over to our heck now, you'll see that it does a lot more damage. Like we have 5k corrosive damage, and this is your build sort of coming together. Now, obviously, if you don't have Blaze, that's all right. You have 3k corrosive damage, but Blaze is just one of those mods that I have, so I'm going to throw it on anyway, just to show you how that can positively affect. But how you want to do this is you want to look at this as like, you know, the modding section has an order to it, right? Whenever it comes to your elementals, okay? I just want to go ahead and re-equip that because I didn't mean to take that off. But your modding section kind of has an order to it, right? So if I were to move charge shell over there and put Blaze in the middle, I would be giving myself gas and electricity, and that will negatively impact my damage going into the game. Because gas damage really isn't that good, and electricity damage on its own isn't good against anything that doesn't really have a shield. So we want to like split this up. This is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you have 8 mod slots, and it's in that order. So from top left over to the right, down to the bottom left, and over to the right again. So, you know, just split it into its own little group, right? So that's how you want to be like ordering your polarities, right? You put your V's in the bottom corner or in the bottom half, and then you put your dash polarities for your elements in the top half, which will make things a lot easier for you whenever it comes to modding and stuff. So this is how I do it. You'd have your contagious spread here, you'd have your charge shell here, and then you'd have your blaze, and that would be your corrosive and heat damage, and that will give you a 100% extra damage versus the heavy gunners. You're basically in one-shot territory right now with this build. So as you guys can tell, you know, you haven't even got to the second quest in the game, like the second big quest, and you're already at the point in the game where you can one-shot, you know. You could probably even go to the hyena pack and, you know, kill them with a Nova or whatever, implying you have Intensify ranked up and maybe even Power Drift as well. But we are 60 minutes into this recording, and I really want to show you guys what is that? I want to show you guys the mod rooms, or the 7 principles. I am also going to be linking you guys to a guy called Nesomir. He made a video on Tactical Potatoes channel, and it's covering the 7 principles. I am going to be making my own guide on the 7 principles, and I'll obviously link that there in the description of this here video whenever it's made. But the 7 principles, it's basically 7 rooms that can randomly spawn on the Lua tile set. And what they do is they will give you a puzzle, and you have to complete this puzzle. And once you complete the puzzle, then you will be rewarded with a mod such as Power Drift, like their Exilus mods, right? So let's just go ahead and take a look. Remind us what Exilus mods are, Flynn. Go to Nova. If you guys haven't watched the last video, use your Exilus adapter that you got from one of the quests in this slot up here in the top right hand corner. And then you'll be able to throw on mods that are in the Exilus tab in here. It's here. Right here into that slot, and then you'll be able to use those. So I could throw Intruder in there, and then, you know, it wouldn't be taking up my main modding section, right? So you throw things like Coaction Drift, Cunning Drift, Fire Drift, Speed Drift, and things like that in there, and that's how you do it. And you're gonna have to do this, these different little mod sections for a junction later on, okay? So it's best to know about them now instead of going into it blind. I'm actually going to bring Excalibur because I feel like my Excalibur is a little bit more mobile than my Nova right now. I'm going to move around the abilities and whatnot. So I'll keep Stretch on there because I need Stretch for my mobility. And then we'll take off. Did I take off Constitution? No, I'll keep this build how it is. We're fine with that build. And then this is the build I'm running in my melee. Haven't invested too much in the secondaries yet, but this is the build I'm running in melee. And then obviously you guys know what I'm running on my shotgun. And yeah, I'll also explain the mechanic of, what's it called? The mechanic of the Tenno whenever we get in the game. And yeah, so let me just change the appearance. It triggers me whenever I don't have the correct colors on my weapons and stuff. It just for some reason annoys the shit out of me. Also, another thing that I want to show you guys as well is the Lesion, right? So the Lesion is a weapon that you can craft, which is currently crafting for me. Once you craft a bow and a kunai, you then use that bow and kunai to make a weapon known as the Thipido. So once you craft your bow and your kunai, get them level 30, then buy the typical blueprint, and then once you buy the typical blueprint, craft the typical, get it level 30, and then buy the Lesion blueprint, then you can build a Lesion. That's cool tips and trick there. And yeah, let's go ahead, jump into this crossfire. And this is the moon. This is where your puzzle rooms and stuff are going to spawn, and sometimes there's puzzles which you'll need more than one player, sometimes there is puzzles which you can do on your own, sometimes there's going to be puzzles which you have no idea on how to do them, but this is the best looking tile set in the game, and I'm sorry if you haven't got to this yet, but you should have completed the second dream quest, as I said in the last video, otherwise this is like kind of a major spoiler, a little bit, tiny bit. So, yeah, this is, like, one of the best looking tile sets. I love this tile set a lot, and there's a lot of hidden secrets in this tile set, too. So, yeah, basically what you gotta do, you gotta kill people. Easy. This is just a crossfire. It's basically gonna exterminate, but the enemies are fighting one another, and you're one-shotting as well with your hex. So, yeah, that's what happens when you watch a guide. You're one-shotting. Easy peasy. So, basically, what you'll have to do is complete the mission, go for the mission as normal, and sometimes you'll come across a room that has, like, this weird sort of style to it, and it's basically just a puzzle room, right? You could, technically, you could, bring out your abilities and stuff, get this done a lot faster, things like that there, but, you know, we're not going to do that for now. Might also be worth investing a little bit into steel fiber, like, if you have an Oricum reactor and you put that there on your Excalibur or whatever frame you're using, you could put that there on, and then you won't take as much damage whenever it comes to, you know, just playing for the game casually. Because, like, I mean, you're solely reliant on the damage you're dealing with, you know, your weapon and stuff right here, and sometimes your abilities. Also, the sentience can spawn in here as well, so get ready for that. That's why we brought Excalibur, just so I can show you guys, like, how I deal with the sentience too. So once we kill all the enemies near us, you blind them, you bring out your Exalted Blade, and you kill them like so. And then that's basically it. So we're going to get this here one on the right hand side because he is actually not in a invulnerable state where the other guy on the left he was. So we're just going to do the exact same thing, bring out our Exalted Blade and do the same thing to this guy over here. Like, they do take a lot of damage, and it's okay if you die, like I said. And you can see the resistances off him there just under his health bar, so you just swap to your heck or something and kill them that way. And you also get pretty cool mods from them too, so, you know, they're pretty difficult enemies, and it's okay to die to them, at least early game. Once you, like, start getting all your really cool mods on and stuff like that there, then these guys will be a piece of cake. They're kind of annoying to play against too, because they go into these invulnerability stages, which is kind of super annoying, but, you know, they'll only ever spawn once in this mission here that we're playing, at least, so let's just beat his ass with a sword. Get it done a little bit faster, and there we go. He dropped 2 neuroids. So this is where you're going to come to farm neuroids as well, guys. So you can come here. They drop neuroids pretty frequently as well. So instead of actually just going through with the mission and stuff, we're actually going to go through and just find one of these things as well. Also, this is a syndicate coming after me. If this hasn't happened to you, this is just like an assassination target, kind of like the Stalker, except it's a syndicate, and it's the new Luca coming after me. Probably one of the most annoying factions to come after you, but it's whatever, man. And, yeah, so just travel through the tile set looking for the puzzle rooms. We might actually have got unlucky and not find one. But like I said, I will be linking in the description below a video by a guy called Nesomir, who is a founder of the game. But he posted a video on Tactical Potato's channel while he was sick. This is one of the puzzle rooms right here, which basically went into detail of all the puzzle rooms. So obviously I'll be making my own, but this is one made by Nesomir in the meantime. So this is one of the puzzle rooms right here where you have to shoot that little thing. You get in this here, and then you can propel yourself into the air. And all you have to do really is jump into those organs and shoot yourself up, and then do the exact same thing. Now, how this is meant to be played is you're meant to like shoot it mid-air like that, but instead I wait for it to jump me up, and then I bullet jump in mid-air to get like an extra little bit of like momentum going, and then I shoot the little things going around, or the little panels. Now I think for this one there is actually 2 on either side, so we get in here, wait for it to boost us, we're in the air, and now we have to wait for it again. Where's the little thing at? Is that it? That's it over there. So you shoot it, and then you get into this here one, like so. Wait for it to bounce you up. You shoot that one right there, and then you fall into this one. You wait for it to bounce you up, and then you get into this here one right here. Get that one, and then you get into the tallest one. You crouch, wait for it to boost you, and then you jump up into here. And then that's it. And then you'll be in one of those rooms, but it just launched me out. That's very unfortunate. Wow, feels bad, man, with a gun. So we're going to have to go ahead and do that again. Feels bad. So we just do the exact same thing. So if you didn't, understand how to do it the first time, this is how you do it this time. So yeah, that was really shitty that happened, but nothing I can really do about that. Jumped into the air. And then we fall down in this platform. As long as you land on this platform up here, I don't think it'll reset on you unless it's like one of those two little buttons up there. But if it comes to like falling on the floor down below, then it will reset your progress and you'll have to start from the beginning again. So up we go, and then we shoot that one, land in here, wait for it to bounce us, and then we look for the second one, which is over there, and then we get into here. And we go up the way, and we get into the tallest thing here. And we go up the way, and I messed up again. Feels bad, man, with a gun. Woo! So, hold on. Actually, we can maybe pull this off again. So if we jump in here. There we go. And that's it. Done. So, now you run over here. You pick up this little orb. And you get a drift mod. Now, that's probably one of the worst ones, but it's whatever. You're looking for power drift, cunning drift, and then the last one is one of your choice. Power drift and cunning drift, as long as you come out with those, you should be fine, and that's basically it. Now, I know this one is, this beginner guide episode is a little bit confusing. That's because there's a lot to cover, and I kind of just want to, talk a lot in the microphone, like I usually do, but, there's a lot to cover, and of course, like I said, I will be making my own 7 principal guides, more detailed than what I just went through, and I'll be showing all 7 of those little different challenge rooms in there. But this is a very confusing tile set. There's a lot to do in it, and basically all I have to do is find the speed drift. Well, you can find speed drift if you like. You find your power drift, your cunning drift, and then you're pretty much good to go in regards to your X-list mods, right? Because you won't need anything else. Nothing else is really necessary. Everything else is kind of just like a luxury item, right? So, but you need to find free X-list mods, like you could do the one that I just did. And then the cunning drift one is, I believe, the Doom Orb, which you did in the second room quest. And then the power drift one is like a little room. It just has like a little centerpiece to it. And there's these little things around the room which drain your energy, right? So you're going to have to do that there. And then that's basically that. Then you get the mods, and it should be easy peasy. But like I said, I'll be showing you guys how to get those in my own 7 principal guide. I might make that the next beginner guide, like just dedicate that there, but I just wanted to cover it in this beginner guide just because. And yeah, so I'm probably going to end the video here before I make an embarrassment of myself and die to these little ball things, because they're rather annoying. The game will pick up in difficulty here, and that's okay, but it's whatever. So this is where you get the good stuff, guys. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this episode of Warframe, the Ultimate Beginner's Guide. If you liked it, hit that like button below. You want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe. And also, if you haven't entered into the giveaway that I do every single month, the link is in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.